Welcome to episode 5 and of Model 3D. Yes, I remember Model 3D. Where were we up to? We just got ourselves mixed into the vector storage class, and I went off to look at templates and things, which didn't work out, but never mind. That's irrelevant. And today, episode 5, let's read this file. So, read the OBJ file. I think that's what we are doing. Well, reading really isn't a good word for it, I don't think. So let's call it something posh. Don't need this lot, do I? Not particularly. I might need that. No. Main. Yeah. I've got something in here about opening files, haven't I? Just a bit of example code. Here we go. Yeah, let's do this then. Under development, let's add a new item. And it's going to be a header file. I'm going to call it import. Import OBJ. That's because that's how Blender works. It exports it, so we're going to import it. And that's a .h. So import.h, yes please, we'll have some of that. And I also want an import.cpp. So I'll have one of those. Well, it's import obj.cpp. Yep, that's looking good already. Hash include. We'll include import obj, oh my god. There we go. We're going to give it a namespace of model. There we go. Looking good already. So copy that over to here. And let's see what we're going to need. It's pretty obvious we're going to be reading a file, so I think we can include Q file. Very obvious. Dealing with file names and strings, line of text, that kind of thing. So hash include Q string. Which one am I going to be using? Text stream. There's different ways of doing it. That's why I'm looking. Yeah. So we can include that as well. Q text stream. I'll put it in. This doesn't pick it up for some reason. Oh yeah. And we will want to include our what do we call it? Doofree. Store. So that's just going to be store obj.h. That's correct, isn't it? Yeah. Just making sure my uppercases and my lower cases are correct. It matters that they match. So, class import obj. Not much going on there, is there? Well, there's not really going to be much in this class. It's just going to literally read an obj. We will need a store. So store store obj. That'll do. are we getting red squigglies? Because I shouldn't have brackets there. Duh. Silly. This is a class. I don't know. Public. I think we will do the construct and destructor. Import. Yeah, I'm just thinking of how to do it, but we'll work that out in a minute. Import OBJ. I'm not going to worry about it now. Import OBJ. That's a destructor. Title. Import OBJ. Should I say? So that's them two. I will have a void initialize in case I need it. And that is going to be import OBJ. God, that's a long one. I do like getting the long ones going. The actual loading should be a bool in case of failure. Can't find a file or whatever. So we need to return some kind of true or false there. And that's just going to be load OBJ. And for now, I'm just going to put const qstring file name. Not file path, file name. Yeah, that'll do it, won't it? No, it won't. I want an ampersand. It's coming from outside. I just want the address. It's being sent between classes, so I just want the address. Can't really think of too much else to put in here, to be honest with you. It's not exactly what I would call a difficult class. Alright, there we go. Yep, that works alright. Let's just put an empty up. Next is the destructor. There we go. Setting it up. That's all I'm doing. Control S. Nothing major going on. I mean, all the magic's just going to happen in the load function, to be honest. Yeah, that should do that. Save it. Next and last. Do I need a cleanup on this one or not? Or a prepare? Well, no. Is the answer to that, I think. Oh, it's done it for me. That's very kind of it. Okay, so we have what I would call a very, very basic class called import OBJ. And we'll save that out. I think that'll do. It's not very big because, well, it's not going to be very big yet. All this is really going to do is this lot here. Yeah. So I'll borrow you. There we go. And that's going to go in here. Roughly speaking, possibly, maybe. Alright, so what have we got? Don't like that. So I'll delete that one. Have I not got one? Oh, I haven't got one. Oh, thank you, Muppet. Thank you, just trod on me. Yeah, we'll need something like that, won't we? Add. New folder. And that that's going to be called resources, I guess. Yeah, that'll do. And inside resources, I'm just going to put OBJ. New folder. And it's just going to be OBJ. Resources. Shift OBJ. Don't like that. I would like a Q string, and it's going to be file path equals open inverted commas, and it's that lot there. Paste. And then we just add the file name. And then we just add .obj. Yep, that'll do it nicely. So that's that set up. Nearly. Actually, I will go with that. It doesn't read right. That's going to be store H. Okay, let's just have a look at that again. Yeah. Well, let's look at the right one. This is doing me in. Here we go. I'm just being picky. Sorry, I have to do that. I need things to match up, or they don't match up in my head. Not that that's really important at the end of the day. So that would be our file path. Key file. Yeah. That would become file path. That's that. Then, oh, right, QText stream. Right. QString line. You see, I don't like doing this kind of thing, but that's actually doing something. I'll take you out. I'll put you at the top. I prefer the variables to be at the top, but that one and that one, not really. Anything else here? Process lines are not going to work at all. And that's going to be return false. And that's going to be return true. Bool return true. Why can't you do that? What's wrong with you? Semicolon maybe? Yeah, I think so. Okay, this is looking good already. Right, so we have a couple of variables that we make. We open the file, and if it's not open, we return false. We open it as a read-only text file. That's what that bit means. I think it's obvious when you just read it. It's not that much like rocket science. We then set a text stream going so it can stream the file in to a text stream buffer, and then we read each line in this stream as it comes in until there are no more lines to read. So in other words, that becomes true. So actually that says while line is not equal to null. If you're wondering what the pling is there, that's that bit there. There. So that pling there. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that actually. Because all we need to really do is just call our other function. I'm guessing. So we need our mStore objects, don't we? Yeah, mStore OBJ. Is that a null pointer? I think it is. Let's deal with it, shall we? No, it's not a null pointer. There's nothing to point to. Well, there is, but there isn't. Oh, it's hard to explain at times. It really is. So yeah, we're going to initialize it here by the looks of it. M underscore. Why doesn't it give me an M underscore? Because I'm at the wrong file part, that's why. I just went for the top of my page, and that's the top of my page up there. M underscore store obj equals a new store obj. How about brackets? That's it. Can delete it here, can we? Yeah, I think we can. Yeah. Just to stop those memory leaks. It can be used multiple times, this, so that's fine. What else can we do? Import, initialize. We could initialize it in case there is an initialize. There isn't in this case, but the function is still there in case we need it. And that will be dot init. It's there, so we'll do it just in case we put something in there to initialize. So I've now got my line, I've got my file path, I've got my file. There we go. And we've just got that one line to add, and that's it. No, it's not. We've got to close it down properly. Yeah, that'll help. This is going to be m underscore store obj. Is it an arrow? It is, isn't it? Yeah, arrow. And we are just going to store data line. Yeah, that one. There we go. That's it. That's your program. So, what do we need to close and do? We need... Yeah, I can do it here. So we'll close file. Make sure that closes properly. We don't need to keep the data alive once it's been sent through to the other areas. So we store it here The storage is then going to send it through our API, and we'll have the entity data. The entity data is what we're looking for. We're not bothered about the rest of it. All of this is going to be automated eventually. You'll see. But what all we're interested in is the final entity data. We don't care about the rest of it. Once it's written, it's done, it's gone, it's whatever. So at this point we can clear our storage as well. Store OBJ, and that's clean. There we go. Anything else we can do? Yeah, return true. No, that should be all. That's why I wanted to keep it separate from the destructor. It's why I left that empty. You see, initialize doesn't do anything yet. It may do later on. I left it empty because I want to clean it after we've done everything. So once we've sent everything through here and all the data is stored, there's going to be another command which is going to be something like load data to graphics card or OpenGL or whatever. Something like that is going to happen, or just a call to API with all of the data that we have. We'll just send it straight to the API and let the API sort it all out, transfer it over there. That's probably an easier idea. Yeah, okay. So the storage will now take vectors. That's good news. So we are now detecting... Well, we're not detecting anything in here. All we're doing is reading a line and saying store the line, store the data line. That's it. Whilst it's open. Yeah. That'll work. But we need a thingy. Blender, come here. Oh God, what happened there? That wasn't very clever. It's just opened at full screen. Let's get this a little bit diddier. Thank you, Blender. You're a daydream. You really are. Here we go. That's a bit better. Can we have you that size instead? Okay. Blender starts off with a drink of orange. Nice. A cube. So select, deselect all. There we go. What I want to do is just drag this open slightly. If you haven't got room to drag it over, by the way, just hover over this area here. There. And use your mouse wheel. So use your mouse wheel on there and it'll move if you haven't got space to do that. What I'm looking for is materials. That one there. Here we got materials. So this one I want to call red. Just drag this down a bit. We'll add a new material and we'll call it RG, so it's green. There's no rocket science going on here, trust me. I'll add a new material, and we'll call that blue. So, diffuse colour, somewhere in there will do. that's about R there. I'll do it. Yeah, done it again. Green, diffuse colour. Somewhere over here. There it is. That's green. And blue. I'll have somewhere over here. About 1, 0, 1, 2. Yep, that'll do. That's close enough for a biscuit. Now, on this area over here, what am I looking for? I don't want object mode, I want edit mode. And that button there is face select. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the R top and bottom. Well, it's already R, so it doesn't matter. It seems to have done R as default, so I'm going to select that side and go green. And assign, that's it, got it. Nearly failed me memory test there. Select that side, go green, assign, select that side and go blue, assign, that side, we're going to go a blue, assign, and just in case it doesn't know what it's doing, red, assign, and on the bottom, red, assign. There we go. A colouring box. So press A. Yep, that's okay. That's selected now. Cube is selected. So what I'm going to do with our cube is export it. We shall export it to wavefront.obj. It's selected, so selected only. Animation, no thanks. Apply modifiers, yeah, why not? Use modifier render settings. No. Include edges. What? It's got edges, never mind. Smooth groups, nope. Bit flag, no. Right normals, yep. Include UVs, yep. Right materials, yep. Triangulate faces, not bothered. Up to you, Blender. We're doing it for anything. We've written it so it'll pick up whatever you give us. Right NURBS, there aren't any. Poly groups, none. Objects as objects, yeah, objects as groups. Material groups, keep vertex order. I'm not really bothered about that either. Okay, where do I want to put it? I'll have it in. I'll go Blender, OBJ, and I'm going to call this box, BOXRGB dot OBJ. There we go. And I think I'll just export it into a temporary file area, or whatever you want to call it. Not really bothered. I want to file save that as well, please, because I'll come back to you. Save as. Oh, I've already got one. That's good news. Save as Blender file. There we go. So that's what we've got. We have a box. And what I want to do now, is, yeah, don't need that anymore, is just get a hold of you, and we'll just pop into there. OBJ, I'll take you, and I'm going to copy them to my repo, and its resources, OBJ, paste. There we go. So it's got its MTL file, it's got its OBJ file, At the moment, we're only looking at the OBJ file. We haven't got as far as MTL. Right, okay. So that just going to be resources / object? I don't know. Where is our working directory? Our output directory is some debug thingy. Okay, I don't think it tells us. No idea then. Okay, never mind. We'll soon find out. So if it can find it, it can find it. If it can't, it can't. Right, how are we going to use this? Okay, it just needs a file name, doesn't it? Yeah. So in main, yeah, I will put in here. I'm trying to type ouch over the top of a cat. There we go. Include. What are we including? We shall include import obj.h. Yep, that will do nicely, except it's in development, isn't it? I'm an idiot. There. There it is. Alright, so give ourselves a space, and what we're going to do is an import. No, we're not. It's model, and then it's import obj, and I'll just call it import importer. No, import will do. Don't need. Do I need to take that off the heap and stack area or heap area? Doesn't really matter when it's in main, I don't think. Yes, it does. So I'm going to do that. Equals a new import no, it's not. Model : import, and then it's just brackets. Lovely. What's next on import? You should be able to do it just from here, really. So the next thing we need to do is initialize it. So it's just going to be import initialize like that, and then import, and it's going to be load obj, and it's going to need the file name. The file name will be box RGB. There we go, that's that bit. That's all I need to do. I need that in quotes. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I still don't want that going off at this point, because we don't have an exit then. If we don't have an exit, it just crashes out. I'm just going to crash it out. But all that work should come down to those 3 lines. So we send the OBJ, sorry, we send the name through, the file name through to load OBJ. Load OBJ takes that file name, puts it into a file path, opens it, and then reads it in line by line. Each line is then sent for storage. Now, to check that that has actually happened, because this program is just going to run straight through to the end and it's not going to stop, it's just going to go straight through. What I'm going to do is, when we do store object clean storage, I'm going to add some debug information. So hash include, and it's q debug. There we go. That'll do nicely. So here, what I'm going to do is, before we delete it and get rid of it, I just want to quickly check that we've actually done something. So this will do 2 checks in one. So q debug, open close brackets, dun, dun. We've got an index, we've got vertex data, so m underscore vertex data index, we're going to have to tell it what to do, type. We'll have the x value. Yeah, are we happy? Yeah, we'll just look at the x value, that'll do. I'm not bothered about doing anything else there. Okay. The reason I don't need to destroy in there is because I've already destroyed it in clean storage, so I know it's already been destroyed, so that'll just close everything else down, I suppose. Are we allowed to build this, do you think? What I'm not sure of is that path name, so I'll just save you out. Yeah, it's going to be that path name that's going to be the bugbear, I think. It depends where the working directory is for Visual Studio. Build Model 3D, okay. Okay. Didn't read it. Why didn't I do a bool? I'm an idiot. Okay. Bool, 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 bool. That's a bool. So that's if not import rbg loader. What can we do? We can do another qdebug. Oh, we've already got it up. Great stuff. Qdebug. I'll just print a message. I'm not bothered. Failed to load the OBJ file. Yep, that'll do. What's wrong with qdebug? Come on. Right. We just need a bracket there. There we go. So if it doesn't import, we'll know. But I don't think it imported because nothing came up on the screen, but we'll check it again. I don't think it's right. There you go. Failed to load the OBJ file. That's what I thought. So let's go back to this. Let's try dot slash Then it'll be Model 3D / try that one. No, I'm not liking this. Still failed to load the OBJ file. Resources is a capital, yeah, that's right. Model 3D is a capital, yeah. Go outside of model, and it's going back then into time64 debug main. Where's my exe? Huh? It's there. What? Where's that? OMG, so it's in that one. Okay, how do we find out? Let's go and have a look. Repos, model, debug. Yeah, it's there. So I've got too many of those. So if I get rid of those 2 bits there, now try running. Nope. Okay. Let's find out where it's putting this thing. It's not happening here. Absolutely not happening. That's typical. Make sure I spelt the name right. Box RGB. This is crazy. No, I haven't spelt it correctly, that's why. Darn it. Oh dear. Take that off there. That's going to mess everything up. No, can't do this. This is not going to work. It's not going to work if I do it that way. I've messed up the model name. Here we go. Alright, I'm just going to export it again to the correct name. Repos, Model 3D, Resources, OBJ, and box RGB.obj. What on earth is going on? All of these are right. Export. And that gives me what? box RGB. I don't understand what. Oh, don't try understanding. Just carry on as if I'm happy. Okay, so let's go and check it. Repos, Model 3D, resources, OBJ, box. There we go. Right. I might stand a chance of loading it now. Grief. I think it is .. I think it is. So let's try .. Nope. Let's try that. Ah, there we go. Got it now. I know where the working directory is now. It's where main is. There we go. So what it's given us is 1, 1, minus 1, minus 1, 1, and then, oh dear, floating point error, but hey ho, it's close enough for biscuits. Minus 1, minus 1. Is that right? Well, can we find out? Interesting. Let's try and do that. How can we find out? I will go to File, Open, File, and I am going to Model, Resources, OBJ, and I will take the OBJ file. Why me? I want the data. I don't want to see this. Okay. Not my day today. Why does it always do something so goddamn different than what I want? What have we got here? Edit with Notepad will do. There it is. I'll keep you open. Here we go. So the results that we got have now disappeared. Here they are. And they are 1 for the x values. That's the only things that I'm typing out is the x value. So it's 1, 1, minus 1. Minus 1, 1. 0.99999. Minus 1, minus 1. So yeah, that's the vertices. Just the x components. I didn't do the y and z components, or the w components as well, because there ain't none. So this gives you an idea of what an OBJ file also looks like. As you can see, we've got a material. Use material red for these. Use material green for these. Use material blue for these. And that's why I did it. I wanted to see how it looked in here, because it affects how we read stuff in. So yeah, that's working now. Fine, you know, it's ridiculous but true. So I'm dead happy with that. That worked out quite nicely. We've got it all set up. We've got the file reader. So we have now the structs, we've got the vector storage, and we've got a read file. We now have these components all done. And that is how you open and read an OBJ file. And all we're going to do now is carry on through the API and get it into OpenGL. And I'm guessing that for testing, we're going to have to open a screen or something. Do a screen. But yeah, that lot's fine. Absolutely fine. Yeah, I'm rather happy with that. That's a good result. I'm glad I worked that out because it was really bugging me. Don't need to change anything. No. Things look good. Look very good. So the only thing I would change now is getting rid of that for starters. Is that one there, isn't it? Storage. Ah, that one. What I would do is I would take that, cut and paste, and I'll get rid of all of those lines there. There we go. That's better. Right, that's the smallest I can make it. And I will need to think about extending it. That 3 float idea wouldn't work. I'd have to do it in reverse. I'd have to do the structures and rename them to like float 3 or whatever. Data float 3, data int, data string, stuff like that. I don't want to do that because those structures are going to change. Because if you remember, I'm going to be doing this in longhand. I'm going to be doing one store for every single structure. I don't care how long it takes me to type them all out. I want to do it that way so that I can then modify those structures individually. Because I want to do that. Why do I want to do that? Are you just being awkward, Blades? Yeah, of course I am. No. I'm not being awkward. What I'm thinking about is right at the bottom. This, which I've been ignoring. All of this matters. And as it's being added in, you can add it to the structures. It does. That's why I left it alone, because to sit down and start working out all these values would have taken another week. So I thought, no, I'll do that in my spare time, and then I'll come back with all the values and change the structures if we need to. But I don't even think we're going to need to do that at this time. I think we've got enough information in the structures as they are, possibly to get a model up on screen. A colouring cube, an RGB cube. Yeah, I think that's where we should start. I don't start with triangles. I always start with the hard stuff. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. That is nice and easy to use. Nothing silly going on. And yeah, just space it out a little bit to make it look okay. Yeah. That's about it, really, I think. So, in the meantime, I'll go and think about the next bit, which is API, which is joined together with entity, and we'll try and do it. That's going to be fun. I'm not sure how this is going to... I might have to go and do the OpenGL bit first, because I need to know where things are going before I can join them together. If you see what I mean, I need to know how we're doing this bit. Luckily, I've just done a series on that, so the file's already there. It's... where is it? Yeah, it's on the other PC, which is in for cleaning and maintenance. Great. I'll do that then. Okay, take care. And above all, have fun.